fantastic stuff.
I didn't know we were speedrunning. Oh my god.
It appears we might be, so
gonna be having that... getting started with that MS2, and QUARPI already topping out. Oh my.
And very quick MS2, Unnamed going to be taking a very quick first game. Looks like I believe Unnamed is going to be sticking with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the very quick T-spin single from QUARPI is going to make sure that they are not going to top out from any all-clear spike anytime soon.
I really like Unnamed's power stacking, but that one misdrop is going to be capitalized for QUARPI, tying it back up. Oh, all right. My goodness.
And shout out to all of you guys coming in from Hummingbird Nest. Thanks
Nestris?
Well, Nest Tetris, sorry. I merged the two words. I did a bit of a synthesis, all right?
It's okay, but yeah, shoutouts to the people at Hummingbird's Nest who have been watching the duo stream that got rated for TeamTSD, which we're happy to see. And QUARPI is taking a pretty safe lead right now, especially with the losers bracket run that they so have. And it definitely looks like they're still taking pretty good games off of Unnamed, who seems to have a TKI PC too.
Oh, but Unnamed, unfortunately, I believe, also had a misdrop during the soft drop portion. Okay, all but a very good double IP sequence, able to get a little bit of pressure off, but QUARPI really building up this back-to-back, trying to get that spike off. Unfortunately, breaks it right before we hit that magic number 8. And...
definitely looks like Unnamed is taking their time. They're slowly creeping it back up, and QUARPI has so much cheese to work with, but... knowing with how they
Unnamed working on that spike. A little bit of 3-wide action as well, just to get that extra credit. However, QUARPI with some very fantastic survivability is going to be able to get away.
Yeah, it definitely seems like
these skips are going to be hard to do, and I think that's too much garbage too quickly, and Unnamed going to be evening things up, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, it definitely looks like this match might be pretty close, even with the last match that we had off stream. And QUARPI is really...
wow, and yeah, all
really
clear game
good
from
at
QUARPI, but gonna have to literally accept almost the entire board in garbage. Oh, SNZ burst, unfortunately, and that's going to cut off the skim options. Just needed a little bit more out of that sequence. And Unnamed, 3-2, I believe, is...
yeah, it definitely looks like Unnamed starting to really fumble just a bit with that misdrop, but they're still looking pretty healthy with this kind of lead, but QUARPI can still be able to take it back if they want to. Not that they have to, but they really should take that lead into that consideration. And Unnamed is still trying to play a bit of defense.
Oh, one piece off of the all clear for QUARPI.
Oh,
that about as close as you could get. But we can see a little bit of the plonking there. Going to be timing things as well as they can. Oh, a little bit of a misspin though on QUARPI's side, and a misread on the T-spin double.
Oh, very good ice spin by QUARPI too, but is that enough to save it? Definitely looks like it might be.
Yeah, and QUARPI now over to that sidewell, has access to it, trying to send a counter spike, but so is Unnamed with that follow-up. And a lot of clean garbage for Unnamed. QUARPI with a decent bit of stack to work with. Very flexible in their options currently.
Unnamed. Bit of in trouble right now. They're looking pretty high, especially with this kind of board state, and I think that
really greedy T-piece placement.
Yeah, that's so unlucky for Unnamed, and QUARPI is tying it all the way back up. Like I said about that close match consideration, definitely looks like QUARPI is about to do it once again. Choosing not to offer the PC, all thanks to Unnamed's SDPC spin setup. And QUARPI is going to have to really do something with this in order to make this powerful. And Unnamed is just doing it for him. Oh my. Oh my. Unnamed.
And yet, here comes the damage. I mean, 3.5 pieces per second, but QUARPI has clean.
Yeah, and QUARPI is able to get it out just right. They just really need to turn this around, while Unnamed just has all this clean to really use to their advantage. And QUARPI is not really taking that lightly, just sending it all the way back with such vigor. And QUARPI is just keeping up the momentum. The downstack too. Couldn't get the quad, but it's safer than never. Oh.
Oh, wow, and builds a fantastic T-spin double on top of the misdrop.
Yeah, this
A
is
little bit of back-to-back bonus just to keep things clean while on the way down. Unfortunately, it has broken now. But that extra credit is going to be enough to solidify the top out over Unnamed, and QUARPI takes the lead back. It's 4-3. Still a very, very tight game.
Yeah, QUARPI. I was gonna say that better not be lag.
Did you get PTSD from that?
I was gonna have like a Monka S moment right there. But either way, QUARPI is playing. Don't worry. And it definitely looks like QUARPI is doing their best. Couldn't exactly get the T-spin just right, but hey, they managed to make the most of it. And Unnamed playing it low and slow, gonna kickstart the back-to-back. Not a good misdrop though. They did fix it, but they had to sacrifice back-to-back.
Misdrop though from QUARPI now. Those shouldn't be under too much pressure, so not terribly nervous about QUARPI's survival chances, but Unnamed has 0 garbage. Has a little bit of time to try and maybe build up some back-to-back. Get that stack in a much more favorable position. We can see it starts to go out.
Oh my god, QUARPI is such in a good position right now. Look at all this clean. Look at the efficiency that they're building up towards. Especially with this kind of plonking, this is pretty scary for Unnamed, who is just scarily getting higher and higher, but they're not exactly being too pressured by all of this as they still continue to go down, and QUARPI is just waiting for the moment to strike.
QUARPI had that 8 back-to-back, unfortunately had to cut it in order to keep the down stacking alive. Ooh, very good placement of that L piece in order to keep that down stack going. Little bit of counter spike as well with the multiplier at the end of that for QUARPI. However, Unnamed is still has, again, like that really strong speed advantage is still working numbers and making these KOs very difficult for QUARPI to land successfully.
And Unnamed over here looking to set up all this damage, but QUARPI, barely making it out alive. They're still having to play their life on the line, but they still managed to get it out just perfectly. Unnamed with a bit of misdropping, having to fix it, and definitely looks like both of these players are going back and forth, and we are 2 minutes into the match, but Unnamed looks like they might
Unnamed, what is... Oh, jeez. I mean, there was really not a lot of good options to keep that T-spin double clean, but unfortunately, the greed is going to KO, because QUARPI does have the tools necessary to close that game out, and it looks like Unnamed is waiting to stall things out in order to get the counter spike. 25 from the initial opener, and they are really starting to fly through it, and I believe that is enough garbage in time. QUARPI cannot get to the garbage well with the eyepiece, and Unnamed is going to be getting that lead back to within 1. Early O to starts. Looks like, again, MS2 out of Unnamed. Waiting for the garbage, sends the counter spike.
Oh my. Yeah, look at that setup. They so desperately want that combo, and they in fact do, but they really need to do so much more with it, especially with the continuation and the quad. Oh, the 7-2 from Unnamed, and QUARPI having to fix a couple holes. This is a pretty big moment for them.
ZP's misdrop is going to make the skims a lot more airtight. Has to be,
God,
very careful placements, but Unnamed has enough garbage, and they're able to bring it back to even. And it's 5-5. Next game will definitely put us over the halfway point, barring any potential deuces.
Unnamed, gonna have to fix this very floaty looking setup. Doesn't have to rely on that STSD greed. They just want to live, and QUARPI wants that lead back as soon as they could. They were 2 points ahead, but now they're still tied. This could mean anyone's game, just judging by these playstyles, and Unnamed just doesn't want to be on the receiving end of this broken
and the
tie.
accept and receive, and QUARPI's keeping back-to-back. Oh, and the 180 as well, but unfortunately has to break the back-to-back. Unnamed right now is trying to run the train through. 5 back-to-back. There's 7 already by the time I address it.
Oh my god,
Reaches the magic
QUARPI.
number, finally breaks it, but has had a lot of very strong offense that they're able to work wonders with.
Oh, very beautiful parapet by QUARPI, being able to continue that T-spin combo and back-to-back. This is a pretty strong mid-game for QUARPI, and they just so desperately want that lead back, while Unnamed has all of this clean to work with, but QUARPI is still
Look at this back-to-back from QUARPI, it's at 11.
Oh, I think that was a missed PC, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, as Unnamed loses that round, and QUARPI takes it back at the skin of their teeth.
All right, Unnamed going to go back to the MS2. Looks like to go for the all-clear option, and they do get it off in time. Quarpi skim options are running a little dry, but Unnamed does not go for the DPC follow-up, but they get the T-spin double in time. And it's 6 even between both players. Got an early oat to start. I don't think either player is going to be doing the stick spin, but it would be a lovely bag for them if they were. Oh, the counter spike from MS2.
Oh my god, Quarpi had a bit of a LST stacking, but had to be broken all thanks to Unname's immense pressure. Their mechanical T-spin stacking is going to be just enough to send just a bit more, and Quarpi just can't handle all of this cheese. This is too much. And Unnamed takes the lead for themselves.
I believe that's 3 straight from Unnamed now. Really starting to try and pull some momentum in their favor. We can see blitzing out the MS2, but it's an unfortunate misdrop time. Quarpi knows this and is really starting to get out these T-spin doubles. Beautiful donated play. Oh, and I think they're going for another donation as well. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, has to break a back-to-back.
Oh my god, Quarpi needs to count to 4 to send the quad. Chooses not to opt for it. And Unnamed is building off of what seems to be a very clean, heavy board, especially with the 9-0 that you so want, especially if you're one for optimized play. And Quarpi is really starting to struggle with that kind of factor. All these KPPs are just through the roof, and that's not really favorable if you want to get out in time. And Unnamed's speed is really starting to prove that fact just right.
Oh no, Unnamed's one misdrop, and Quarpi immediately capitalizes.
But even the most efficient can still make the most damaging of mistakes. Unnamed still proves it too. And Quarpi is just looking to play just a bit safe. Very good floating setup by Quarpi, but Unnamed has some other options to take, which seem to really benefit because Quarpi's board is just, well, not exactly too dangerous now, thanks to that fix. Very solid play. Oh, this is looking pretty healthy. Unnamed with a bit of ST stacking, gonna transition into it.
Yeah, still working with center will. Ends the back-to-back to try and get that 15 spike. Quarpi looking for the proper dig options, able to get through with some very clever stacking. Very nice T-spin as well. Little misdrop, but still very low on the board. Is able to take a lot of garbage and still get out scot-free. Meanwhile, Unnamed still trying to run that offensive route. You can see him resting around a 170 APM. But Quarpi with like 50 APM lower has no problem surviving this whatsoever. And maybe Nope, Quarpi. Okay, never mind. Has the down stack. I was about...
Oh boy.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then Quarpi was like, nope, it's good. Down stack is here.
Yeah, both of these players are looking pretty comfy. Oh my goodness, Quarpi is playing pretty low, and Unnamed has much to work with.
Misdrop for Quarpi. Unnamed has starting to build up that back-to-back. It's at 4. Can they continue to build up and spike out Quarpi with the extra damage that they're going to get? Currently at 8. No, they break back-to-back once again. Just Quarpi, by some chance, is always able to force Unnamed to break that back-to-back as soon as they get to the extra multipliers. And really keep themselves in a fantastic spot. 19 spike out of Quarpi.
Oh, Unnamed. Looking very cheesy, but this is really helpful for their downstack potential. And Quarpi looking to really continue that damage going, because that magic number... Oh, he needs that magic number, and the effect does have the break it, but that's still some pretty solid pressure. They're still going. They're still going, though.
Okay, alright, there's another one for Quarpi, able to get a fantastic spike on the down stack. It looks like they're going to try and go for another one. Unfortunately, the eyepiece doesn't work out terribly well. 2 minutes, 30 seconds in, we can start to see that margin time kicks in on the drop speed. Not quite going to go with the garbage just yet, but Quarpi doesn't need the extra boost. 8-7 as they are now in the lead. Only one game, so they could still keep pushing things to deuce. But that efficiency from Quarpi, allowing them to play at nearly 2 or just under 3 pieces per second, is just an incredible performance to see. And, okay, oh no, the T-Skim, very, it's a scary spot for Unnamed to be in. However, QUARPI doesn't have the best stack as well either. Oh, but it's
Oh.
beautiful for that down stack, and there's the timing, making sure to offset any of that extra garbage. Doesn't want to have the cheese on their board.
Yeah, QUARPI is looking pretty healthy, but unnamed with the 7-2 is going to put on a lot of pressure for QUARPI to handle, and the misdrops is just, it's too overwhelming. What they...
Oh no, the eye misdrop! And unnamed
Oh,
evens
QUARPI,
it back up.
no. QUARPI,
8
no.
to 8. You're potentially 4 games away from a deuce.
Oh god, QUARPI needs about 3 more in order to not make this happen again. But Unnamed is still putting on so much to just really throw QUARPI off.
Oh, opening spike. There's a fractal as well. And Unnamed reclaims the lead with a 216 APM round. It's 9 to 8. We have an S and Z to start. Pretty jagged as well. But for an MS2 player like Unnamed, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Gets the all-clear solve, but QUARPI is doing a fantastic job with the skimming and the countering, that they are in no danger.
Yeah, it definitely looks like QUARPI is going to need to really do a lot to really fix this. And Unnamed, with the lead, looking mighty confident. But just because we have so much confidence doesn't mean it's going to deflate, like, slowly. And QUARPI might be able to take a look at it and just, you know, take it. Or at least get rid of all that kind of sense of confidence. But QUARPI is taking their time with this sort of thing. And Unnamed, looking to build up just a bit of damage. QUARPI being sent just a bit of cheese. This is looking pretty scary, but not too bad.
Okay, garbage does come in from Unaimed. A little bit greedy from QUARPI after a misdrop, but does no!
Oh, QUARPI!
Still
that's so
alive!
greedy.
T-spin single!
That's
and
so
the
greedy.
greed pays off.
Oh my god, QUARPI. QUARPI is playing with their life on the line right now. This is so scary, and they're still going. They're still going.
This is absolutely crazy to see from QUARPI. 2.8 pieces per second,
Oh,
but
but
it
the
doesn't
misdrops
matter.
are Unnamed.
Speed is in everything. And Unaimed with a little bit of a misdrop. Tries to play greedy, but you need to get down.
Oh, that is an example of how to not greed in that situation, and QUARPI is able to fix this better than Unnamed could have. And now both of them are continuing to tie themselves up again and again and again. This is a literal tug of war that we're seeing.
Oh no, the MS2 from Unaimed, but it gets a misdrop. He's still alive. Has some opportunity. There you go. Opens up that well, setting up a fractal. Gonna try and see if spiking out of garbage might be able to get some momentum, but again, QUARPI is ready for it. A very strong defensive player.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, Unnamed is playing pretty strong. Look at that mech spin and the quad. This is some pretty decent damage to QUARPI. Just so much clean, but QUARPI is sending it all the way
my
back.
goodness. That was a terrifying time to accept, but Unnamed does it and manages to get through and is going to try and get that stack down immediately to the bottom. They don't want to have another heart attack.
Oh my god, yeah, Unnamed is he's just playing so scarily. With all these risks, you definitely don't want to take them, especially if you're Unnamed, but Unnamed really likes to play for their life. I'm saying that like it's dangerous, but either way, this is a major tournament that we're talking about. This is a top 16 spot that they're trying to contest for. And QUARPI wants it so badly, just judging by the scores, they're just going to tie it back and back and forth and back and forth. It's just a breakneck race to see who gets to take the win first and see who doesn't get the deuce.
Oh, the back-to-back bonus from QUARPI, and they're going to go in with advantage. Unnamed has to push it to deuce, or QUARPI will win if they get their next win.
This is pretty scary. Unnamed is still adding so much damage.
Oh wow, the color clear for QUARPI.
Oh my god, let's hope we don't get the... Let's just hope that Unnamed doesn't choke this in order to make this deuce happen, or at least the first stream deuce of tonight. And QUARPI is continuously just trying to play it safe, not trying to let that happen. Well, it definitely seems like it might be the case.
Okay, but QUARPI is ready for it once again. Setting up a donation, starts to build up that back-to-back. Unfortunately, has to break it because Unnamed is putting on a crazy amount of pressure. We can see that APM is starting to climb from them. Extremely greedy builds out of Unnamed, but is unfazed. But QUARPI has back-to-back, but Unnamed has such a strong counter that it is going to break QUARPI's back-to-back. Nearly misdrops the T-spin double, and they're still alive even after that. QUARPI APM did skyrocket as a result of the misdrops.
But
Unnamed!
That might be it. Maybe?
No, it's not!
Oh my god, Unnamed just hanging on a thread, and QUARPI is just doing so much to kill, but it's not really doing anything. Unnamed is just playing so much, so far, so long, so many 2-minute sets, so many rounds, so many ties. They just want to end this. And this is the effort that they have to take, and QUARPI is just so desperately wanting to not let this deuce happen again. The last time it happened, it lasted forever, and QUARPI is just doing so much effort, and Unnamed is making all of these donations, all these mistakes, and trying to fix them as soon as possible. I think this might be it.
The misturn!
This might be it. But not really.
But they get to the IPs in time!
What is going on?
The down stack is there, but QUARPI, though, is still in the driver's seat. This is 8 back-to-back, so they're going to have a little bit more leeway to work with, but unfortunately has to break it. And there's some G's that they're going to have to work through. It's Unnamed. Unnamed building up that back-to-back. Unfortunately has to cancel. Can't find a multiplier into the quad, and QUARPI's going to live.
Oh my god, this is another 2-minute match. I can't contain myself there, Davo. This is just so intense. Both of these players just desperately wanting this match to end, and hopefully, just hopefully, Unnamed can take this deuce, but QUARPI just wants to deny it so bad. They're playing faster. They're playing more intensive. It's almost margin time. How have we played this long?
The Z misdrop though on QUARPI. Has to be very careful with this. And because of the drop speed, misdrops the O. It's a T-spin single. You can see QUARPI is trying desperately to figure out good ways to downstack through this. It is a very difficult task, but a T-spin double into quad opens it up to the clean garbage, and QUARPI manages to sneak out of that precarious situation. And Unnamed still has yet to get some momentum here.
This is a lot of pressure for both of these players. It's all about the fundamentals. Unnamed with the J-tuck.
3-minute match. Huge amounts of garbage coming off. And the QUARPI does manage to solidify it. And they are now going to advance on to our losers finals for Group C. My goodness. QUARPI accepted one more line than they sent that entire set. But my goodness, the timing, the plonking